These videos will make you question everything. So remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. Let's check it out.
Mountains, with their towering peaks and hidden valleys, have always been shrouded in mystery. And it's not just history and mysteries. Mountains have been the sites of unusual natural phenomena and startling discoveries. It seems that in each hike, people stumble upon the unlikeliest finds. From cryptids to historical discoveries, here are 20 strangest things found on the mountains. Number 20. The Yeti.
Yeti.
In the heart of the Himalayas, shrouded in the mystery of high peaks and ancient legends, resides one of the world's most enigmatic creatures, the Yeti. You might recognize this creature by another name, the Abominable Snowman. This monstrous creature is said to be a massive bipedal being covered in thick fur, an adaptation perfectly suited for the harsh snowy environment of its mountainous home. Accounts of its size vary, but many agree it stands much taller than an average human. For centuries, the Yeti has been a pivotal part of Himalayan folklore. Indigenous communities, particularly the Sherpa, have passed down tales of this creature for generations. However, Western interest in the Yeti peaked in the early 20th century, coinciding with the era of Himalayan exploration. Mountaineers and explorers brought back tales of large footprints in the snow, believed to belong to the Yeti. Despite these efforts, concrete evidence of the Yeti remains elusive. Some purported proof, like hair samples or footprints, have been debunked through scientific analysis, often attributed to known wildlife such as bears or large
That's what always gets me, like the footprints. You know what I mean? Something had to make that imprint. Something had to make. That's what keeps like my hopes of us finding one day. And when we do, it's gonna literally break the internet. I promise you, bro. Because just mere sightings of the Yeti and Bigfoot and different things like that semi-break the internet, but internet will be broken for days.
Primates. Yet, the lack of definitive proof has not deterred the fascination with this cryptid. In fact, to this day, many explorers continue to dedicate their lives to hunting the Yeti to finally put an end to the debate concerning its existence. Before we go on, like this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now. Number 19. Viking artifacts. Tucked away in Norway's mountains lies the Lendbreen Pass, a site that has become a treasure trove for historians and archaeologists, especially those passionate about the Viking Age. This icy pass was once a bustling thoroughfare in the Viking era, and today it's showing signs of the life that once traversed the pass. The Lendbreen Pass was a vital link in the Viking transportation network, used for travel and trade. Fast forward to recent years, and the ice here has melted at an alarming pace. However, the receding glaciers have uncovered a wealth of artifacts, each providing a glimpse into the daily life and journeys of the Vikings. One of the most remarkable finds is a well-preserved tunic from around 300 AD. It's an incredible discovery, offering insights into the clothing styles and textile skills of the era. Imagine the researchers' surprise when they found this garment, which has survived over 1,700 years under ice. Other artifacts include tools, sled remains, and even horse bones, vividly depicting the pass's use. These items suggest that Lendbreen wasn't just a footpath, but a well-trodden route used for transporting goods and livestock. The variety and condition of these discoveries has been nothing short of a goldmine for understanding Viking-era life. Number 18. World War II-era airplane. In the remote and rugged expanse of the Indian Himalayas, a remarkable discovery has emerged from the pages of history. A C-46 transport aircraft, a relic of the World War II era, was found nearly 8 decades after it vanished. This aircraft, a vital part of the war effort, met its mysterious end in the early days of 1945. The aircraft, originating from Kunming in southern China, was en route over the challenging terrain of Arunachal Pradesh, a mountainous state in India. Carrying 13 people, it was navigating through the Himalayan expanse when stormy weather sealed its fate. This part of the Himalayas, known for its treacherous conditions, swallowed the aircraft, cloaking its whereabouts for 77 years. The discovery of the C-46...
Can you imagine that? You wreck, and nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming after you to look for you or nothing. You got to either figure it out, or that's just it for you. You know what I mean? And you know that going out there, which is even more insane to me.
Occurred after a painstaking and dangerous search in this remote region. Tragically, the search for this lost piece of history was not without its own cost. leading to the deaths of 3 guides. Number 17.
Wow.
Blood snow. High up in the French Alps, a remarkable natural phenomenon known as blood snow occurs, particularly noticeable during the late spring and early summer. This striking red snow results from a defense mechanism by microscopic algae that thrive in the alpine snow. Usually green due to chlorophyll, these microalgae produce red-colored pigment molecules called carotenoids under strong solar radiation, acting as a sun shield to protect their chlorophyll. This phenomenon of red snow algae has been known for quite some time, with mentions dating back to a book published in 1819, documenting its discovery during an 1818 Arctic expedition. Recently, researchers at Charles University in Prague identified a new genus of microalgae called sanguina, responsible for causing red and orange snow across various parts of the world.
I ain't gonna lie, that's pretty smart. Had I not seen this and heard about this on this video, and I come across something like that, it would have worked against me. It would have freaked me out. Perfect defense mechanism, in my opinion.
Including Europe, North America, South America, and the polar regions. Number 16. The White Lady. In the quaint Italian town of Duino, nestled among the mountains, lies a tale woven into the fabric of local folklore, becoming one of the region's most intriguing mysteries. This is the legend of the White Lady of Duino Castle. The story begins with a tragic tale of love and betrayal. In Duino Castle lived an evil knight who harbored disdain for his kind and virtuous wife. Despite her love and attempts to soften his heart, he plotted to kill her. One fateful evening, he lured her to a rock beneath the castle walls and pushed her into the sea. In her despair, she turned to the heavens for help and was petrified in her sorrow. From that day, the spirit of the White Lady was said to have detached from the rock and begun to wander the castle. She's believed to appear and disappear in the darkness of the castle rooms, passing through locked doors.
Looking for him or any man that resemble his qualities or traits. Yeah, I wouldn't be caught dead over there, bro.
And wandering from room to room. Her journey always leads her to the cradle where her son once slept, where she remains in profound silence until dawn. At dawn, she returns to her rock, where she's transformed back into stone. Moreover, there are also accounts of a Roman candle burning every night in the castle hall, crossing the salons and causing doors to open by themselves. Creepy. Number 15.
With urban legends like that, what can we do? Or, you know what I mean? What if possible, what can we do to put her soul at rest? Because it's forever gonna be I don't know. Like, is there anything that someone can do? I wonder if somebody studies that or looks into that part of the urban legend, figuring out how to stop it or put it at rest and at ease. Just interesting thought that popped up.
The Krampus Run. Now, I might butcher the pronunciation, but let me give it a try. Have you ever heard about Krampuslaufen? This literally translates to Krampus Run. It's a fascinating, slightly terrifying, yet incredibly unique tradition celebrated in parts of Europe during the
I wonder if this is similar to like the Christmas movie I watch every year during Christmas time. I watch Krampus every year.
Christmas season. You see, unlike the jolly festivities we're accustomed to, the Krampus Run introduces us to Krampus, a mythical creature from Alpine folklore. This horned half-goat, half-demon figure is said to punish naughty children during the Christmas season, contrasting sharply with the benevolent Saint Nicholas, who rewards the well-behaved ones. This tradition, most popular in countries like Austria, Germany, Hungary, Slovenia, and the Czech Republic, transforms the holiday season into a spectacle that's both eerie and enchanting. In this event, participants dress up in elaborate handcrafted costumes that include fearsome masks, goat fur, and cowbells. They parade.
Before y'all judge, this is no different than Halloween. So think about that before you go jumping out the window and judging everybody for wanting to go to this, because I want to go to this.
Through the streets, often on the eve of St. Nicholas Day, usually on December 5th, causing both delight and a bit of good-natured fear among onlookers. The event is not just about scaring people. It's a centuries-old tradition steeped in cultural significance. It's a way for communities to come together, celebrate their folklore, and perhaps remind everyone that good behavior is always appreciated, especially during the holiday season. Now imagine touring Europe for the holidays, not knowing about this tradition. I can already imagine the horror one would feel upon seeing a humanoid monster without knowing it's actually a person in costume. Number 13. Horn Sled Race. Here's another fun yet bizarre activity in the Alps, a horn sled race. It's a wild, slightly odd yet exhilarating sled race in the Alps, specifically in parts of Germany and Austria. In this event, participants race down a snowy hill, not on some high-tech sled, but on a traditional wooden sled with these cool curved runners that look like horns. These sleds have been around for ages, first used by locals to lug stuff like firewood or milk down narrow mountain paths. So what's it like at one of these races? Imagine teams decked out in old-school alpine gear, pushing off from the top of a frosty hill. The challenge isn't just going fast, though believe me, they really zip down there, but also keeping these antique-style sleds under control while they zoom around sharp turns and fly down steep drops. It's not your average winter sport, which makes it so fascinating. People from all over come to watch, getting wrapped up in the excitement and the nostalgia. If you've witnessed this event before, feel free to share your experience in the comments down below.
It kind of reminds me of like bobsledding almost in a little bit.
Number 12. The Void in the French Alps. Deep in the heart of the French Alps, there lies a marvel that's not just a feat for the eyes, but a test of courage. Step into the Void is the name of an exhilarating attraction at the Aiguille du Midi skywalk, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's supposed to be a lookout point, except it's more terrifying. Open to the public on December 21, 2013, it's a transparent glass cube perched high on the Aiguille du Midi, a mountain peak in the Mont Blanc Massif, the tallest mountain in Europe. Standing there, you're not just observing the Alps, you're suspended over them in a space that gives the sensation of stepping off a mountain cliff. But what makes Step into the Void more than just a breathtaking view? It's the sheer height. The structure is a dizzying 1,035 meters, or 3,396 feet above ground level. Imagine standing in a glass box.
It's gonna take several drinks for me to get right to go up in that right there, man. Several strong, stiff drinks for me to get up in there.
Vast expanse of the Alps stretching beneath you. It's not for the faint-hearted, that's for sure. The construction of this unique attraction took 3 years, a testament to the ingenuity and ambition behind it. This skywalk offers a unique perspective of the majestic French Alps, providing an unmatched experience that combines the thrill of heights with the beauty of nature. Would you dare travel to this place if given the chance? Number 11.
Nah, man.
Mountain of Death. The Mountain of Death, more formally Mont Blanc, is a majestic peak towering at 15,781 feet. This elevation is sufficient to claim the title of the tallest mountain in the Alps and Western Europe. But aside from its height, it's also known as one of the most dangerous locations in the region. There's a reason why this place gained its chilling reputation. Firstly, despite being significantly lower in elevation than Mount Everest, Mont Blanc's death toll surpasses the world's highest peak. Since the early 1990s, Mont Blanc has witnessed a higher number of fatalities compared to Everest, which is quite startling considering Everest's greater height and the extreme conditions associated with it. The danger of Mont Blanc lies in its challenging routes and unpredictable conditions. One particularly perilous section is the Grand Couloir, an unavoidable part of the regular route to the summit. This section has been a critical factor in making Mont Blanc one of the deadliest summits in the world. Furthermore, the risks on Mont Blanc are not limited to technical climbing challenges. The region is prone to natural dangers like avalanches, particularly during the summer months. As the snow melts, avalanches become more frequent, and crevices open up, posing a significant threat to climbers. On average, around 60 deaths are reported on Mont Blanc annually, with a considerable portion occurring during this period. It's fair to assert that this is undeniably one of the places in the world that has truly earned its name. Number 10. Mountain goats defying gravity. Have you ever seen a mountain goat defying gravity? If not, then prepare to be amazed. In the rugged terrain of the Alps, these incredible creatures perform feats that would make even the most seasoned climber's jaw drop. These goats aren't just casual hikers, they're on a mission, a quest for something as precious to them as gold is to us: salt. Yes, salt. You see, just like humans, these goats need salt for their bodies to function correctly. But in their high-altitude homes, salt is as rare as an oasis in a desert. So what do these gravity-defying creatures do? They scale near vertical cliffs, navigating treacherous ledges and leap from rock to rock with the agility of a ballet dancer. All this just to lick the mineral-rich rocks that provide them with the much-needed salt. So next time you're in the Alps and spot a mountain goat expertly making its way up a cliff, remember, they're on a quest for life's essentials. Number 9. Iron Age Sandal. The discovery of a 1,700-year-old sandal in the mountains of Norway offers a fascinating glimpse into the past. This ancient artifact, believed to be from around 300 CE, was found under the ice on a Norwegian mountain, suggesting that the area served as a travel route during the Iron Age. The sandal, identified as a Roman-style shoe, reveals much about the fashion and lifestyle of the era.
I mean, it still don't look like it's a lot of protection against that. The temperatures. I feel like I put my foot in that and it still get wet, which is in turn gonna make my feet cold and numb. And it's something, I guess, but it just don't. They have to have a bunch of those on my foot. No.
Archaeologists have deduced that this sandal represents a version of the Roman carbotina, a popular footwear style in Europe at that time. The carbotina was a shoe made from a single piece of leather and was widely used during the Roman Empire. Its discovery in Norway is significant as it indicates the extent of Roman influence and the reach of their culture and fashion. The sandal was likely worn with some form of primitive sock made from fabric or animal skin to provide additional warmth and comfort in the harsh mountainous conditions. The fact that it was found almost 6,500 feet above sea level in a location that aligns with the end of the Roman Empire period around 200 to 500 CE makes this...
See, look at that. I feel like I'm still going to get frostbite with that on. It's not stopping anything. If anything, it'll probably delay it for just a little bit longer, but I'm still probably going to get frostbite. No.
Discovery more significant. Number 8. Treasure Mountain. Nestled in the heart of the Rocky Mountains, the Treasure Mountain holds a story that sounds straight out of a treasure hunter's dream. Quite evident from its name, wouldn't you agree? The tale of this place begins in the late 1700s, when, as legend has it, Napoleon Bonaparte himself orchestrated a daring expedition to amass wealth for his grand plans. This wasn't just any group. It was an entourage of 300 men and 450 horses journeying from New Orleans to the uncharted wilds of the Rockies. Their destination was the area near Wolf Creek Pass, where they struck gold, quite literally. But here's where the tale takes a turn. The local Native Americans, initially friendly, became foes. The situation grew tense, and the French, laden with gold, faced a dire choice. In a desperate bid for survival, the entire entourage buried their treasure and fled. Amidst the chaos, only one individual, a man named LeBlanc, managed to escape and recount the tale. His legacy? 2 maps pinpointing the location of where fortunes lay concealed. For years, treasure hunters have scoured the mountain, fueled by the legend and the hope of finding LeBlanc's gold. Various maps surfaced, fueling unsuccessful searches for treasure. A man named William Ewell led an extensive quest across the western slope. In 1993, 2 Fort Collins natives embarked on a perilous trek into the volcanic mountains. Tragedy struck when one succumbed to a rattlesnake bite, and the other, barely alive, carried large gold nuggets, but died before revealing the treasure's location. The treasure remains elusive, a secret kept by the mountain, but who knows? If you have free time and are already interested in hiking, perhaps trying your luck is a great idea. Number 7. Mummified Corpse. In 1942, a Swiss couple, Marcelin and Francine de Molin, mysteriously disappeared while hiking back to their home in the canton of Valais. Their disappearance remained a mystery for decades, leaving the small village of Saviès and their 7 children in a state of uncertainty and sorrow. The couple was reportedly walking to a chalet in Bern, or possibly on their way to milk cows, when they tragically fell into a crevasse. Despite searches and investigations over the years, no trace of them was found until much later. The fate of the couple remained unknown to their loved ones until 2017, when a ski resort worker on a Swiss glacier discovered the mummified remains of the couple. The discovery was made by an employee of Glacier 3000, a company that operates cable cars and ski lifts in the Alps, and he stumbled upon the 2 by complete chance. The bodies, along with the pre-war era clothes they were wearing, were found to be remarkably well preserved due to the icy conditions. Although authorities did not officially confirm the identities of the bodies as the de Molins, their eldest daughter, Marceline Audrey de Molin, expressed certainty that her parents had finally been found. The discovery provided a sense of closure to the family, especially to Marceline and her surviving sibling, who had lived with the mystery of their parents' disappearance for most of their lives. Number 6. Death on Lycaon. In the remote sanctuary dedicated to Zeus on the summit of Mount Lycaon in Greece, archaeologists working on excavating the altar made a remarkable discovery: the skeleton of a teenager dating back 3,000 years. This find is significant as the site has been known for the thousands of animal sacrifices made to the Greek god Zeus, dating back to the 16th century BC. The human remains were uniquely positioned among the ashes of these animals, lying between the two lines of stone on an east-west axis. Stone slabs covered the pelvis area, and intriguingly, the upper part of the skull was missing. The pottery found with the bones dates to the 11th century BC.
If you look right there, that looks like, let me go back up. Right there, it looks like kind of like the jawbone a little bit. I caught that real quick as it was going to the next clip. I think that was the jaw right there.
This discovery has sparked interest because, although ancient literary sources have mentioned rumors of human sacrifice at the altar, no human bones have been found at the site until this discovery. David Romano,
what happened to the rest of the skull, though? That's what I'm asking. You just leave the jaw?
of the University of Arizona noted the absence of any previous human remains at this historically significant site. Number 5. Pomsky Crater. In the summer of 1949, geologist Vadim Kolpakov stumbled upon an enigmatic formation in Siberia's Bodaibo, Irkutsk region, known as the Pomsky Crater, or Kolpakov Cone, or the Fire Eagle Nest, a name quite befitting because of its appearance. This peculiar geological structure measures a staggering 520 feet in diameter and has a height of about 130 feet. After careful analysis, researchers discovered this crater consists of broken gray limestone. With its appearance, it easily stands out as it's sparsely populated by trees, contrasting with the rapidly growing conifers surrounding it. To this day, we're unsure about the origin of this crater. Speculations range from it being a secret Stalin-era uranium mine utilizing gulag labor to theories of ancient astronaut theories, positing it as an alien UFO landing site. Other theories include an underground explosion of uranium or natural gas, a small meteorite creating an exit wound, a cylindrical metallic object of unknown origin, or a connection to the Tunguska event. Initially, the most plausible theory suggested volcanic or meteoric origins, but the absence of volcanic rock or meteor debris complicated these explanations. Although the crater's appearance reminded scientists of meteor impact marks on the moon, most evidence has since ruled out a meteoric origin. The first focused scientific expedition to study the Pomsky Crater was not launched until 2005, mainly due to the Soviet Union's prioritization of military development over scientific research. Tragically, the expedition faced a setback with the sudden death of the lead researcher, Evgeny Vorobyov. Nevertheless, the investigation continued, revealing further anomalies, but no definitive cause for the crater's formation. More recent theories by modern geomorphologists and geophysicists suggest that the Fire Eagle's nest might be a rare gas volcano, or a result of tectonic actions creating a mud volcano-like channel, followed by repeated freezing.
None of that sounds good. None of it sounds good. At all. Like, that doesn't make me feel at ease about any of this right here. And they just walking around it all freely, man? No.
And thawing, breaking up the rock. A study proposed that the formation could be due to one or more steam explosions, as magma interacted with water and rock, or from pressurized water released through fissures in the rock. The Pomsky Crater remains a captivating geological mystery to this day. Number 4. Dyatlov Pass. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most mysterious and chilling events in modern history. In February 1959, 9 experienced hikers from the Ural Polytechnic Institute, led by Igor Dyatlov, ventured into the northern Ural Mountains. They established a camp on the mountain's eastern slopes, most likely expecting the hike to end normally. However, something inexplicable and terrifying occurred overnight. The group was found to have cut their way out of their tent and fled the campsite, ill-equipped for the heavy snowfall and freezing temperatures. The aftermath was quite bewildering and chilling. 6 of the hikers died from hypothermia, while the other 3 succumbed to severe physical trauma, including significant skull damage and chest injuries. Some of the bodies bore strange injuries. 2 had missing eyes, 1 had a missing tongue, and 1 was missing eyebrows. These details, found among bodies partially submerged in a creek, deepen the mystery and spawn numerous theories, including animal attacks, hypothermia.
Now, I know you was thinking probably like I was thinking in the beginning, they probably turned on each other. You know what I mean? They probably, you out there, you in those conditions and different things like that, hungry, probably food scarcity, you start turning on each other. But eyebrows, tongue, eyes, that sound more like an animal got to him or something else. Alien maybe.
An avalanche, katabatic winds, infrasound-induced panic, and even military involvement. While it's widely acknowledged today that the mystery is likely an avalanche, significant aspects of the incident remain unsolved.
Could be.
Number 3. Map of the Creator. The mysterious Map of the Creator, also known as the Dashka Stone, is a controversial artifact that has baffled researchers since its discovery in 1999 in the Ural Mountains of eastern Russia. This stone tablet, measuring a massive 58 inches high, 42 inches wide, and 6 inches thick, and weighing 1 ton, depicts a highly detailed topographical map of Bashkiria. Bashkiria, now officially known as the Republic of Bashkortostan, is an area between the Volga and the Ural Mountains in Eastern Europe. The creation of this map is believed to be artificial, comprising 3 distinct layers: a cement or ceramic compound, diopsin glass enriched with silicon, and a calcium porcelain mixture. The map is also considered extremely ancient, possibly up to 120 million years old, a date derived from ancient seashells found within the stone. One shell could be as old as 500 million years old, while the other might date back to 120 million years. Despite these ancient elements, scientists suspect the tablet was made approximately 3,000 years ago, evidenced by its detailed craftsmanship and advanced design, challenging assumptions about the technological capabilities of ancient civilizations. Number 2. A lost traveler. Imagine trekking up a Swiss mountain, 3,000 meters above sea level, and finding a tiny lost cat. This was the unexpected experience of Cyril and Eric Rohr, who...
How we know he lost? He might want to be out there. See, that'd be our problem. We go to assuming that the cat is lost, go to great lengths to try to save it, and dangerous. You know what I mean? We put ourselves in dangerous situations, and this cat could be just up here chilling. And when he's ready to leave, he'll leave.
During their ascent of Mount Britson, were suddenly joined by a small and very confused feline. Lost and far from home, the cat decided to accompany the hikers rather than find her own way back. Needless to say, both of them were quite speechless. After all, no matter how durable a feline is, they have no business climbing a mountain, much less one thousands of meters above sea level. The Rohrers shared that they heard the cat's cries in the distance around 1,200 meters up, and soon realized she was scared and disoriented. Despite the challenging conditions, including hard snow that caused her paws to hurt, the cat persevered, sometimes being carried by the hikers when too exhausted to continue. Now what's stranger is that the incident wasn't the cat's first ascent. She had previously followed other hikers up Mount Britson. This journey marked her 3rd time reaching such an extraordinary altitude. Eventually, the Rohrers handed the cat to another group of hikers who safely returned her to the valley, reuniting her with her owners. Hopefully, the kitty will remain home instead of getting curious and following hikers up the mountain. Number 1. Khenti Mountains Mystery. In the remote and rugged terrain of the Khenti Mountains in northeastern Mongolia, a centuries-old mystery lingers, the final resting place of Genghis Khan, most likely a name you're familiar with. After all, this formidable 13th century founder of the Mongol Empire is a prominent figure in history. Now, legend has it that this conqueror chose a hidden valley near the sacred Birkin Kaldin mountain for his burial. The tomb, rumored to be a vast and secret necropolis, was allegedly concealed by executing all who built it and then covering the site with a forest. Despite numerous attempts to locate this elusive tomb, it remains shrouded in mystery, protected by government restrictions and local folklore. Thus, the tomb of Genghis Khan, nestled in the Khenti Mountains, continues to captivate and mystify, a hidden treasure of history yet to be unveiled. Now, which of these mysteries intrigued you the most? Have you had
the cat who takes an adventurous trip up a mountain and just put this look on his face, and then people come up, see it, think it's in trouble and danger, he get a free ride back down the mountain? I'd keep doing it too. You know what I'm saying? See how far I can go. Knowing I always got me a way back. Like that cat is super manipulative and super. And then that way up that mountain where they built that thing at, and you could step out into that little glass box. Yeah, that's the other crazy one. You know what I mean? Again, stiff drinks, and I'll try it. I'll definitely try it. I'm opening myself up to try more things this year. You know what I mean? And going forward, I want to try more things. But y'all get at me and let me know what you thought of these discoveries and different things, man. And stick around and stay tuned. Till next one, I'm gone.